What's up, ghouls?
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Brooke.
And this is Spooky Tidbits.
Welcome back to Spooky Tidbits. You guys won't believe what kind of episode we have in store for you this week. This one we're super excited about.
And it is big.
Bigfoot. So yeah, guys, this week we're going to talk about Bigfoot sightings in our local area in the Allegany National Forest. We have a bunch of different experiences that we're going to read, and we're going to talk about our feelings and thoughts on Bigfoot. And we hope that you guys leave us some comments and stuff too, and we can have a big conversation about it. And we want to thank everyone that listened last week for our first episode ever. We were super excited about that.
It was so exciting.
Yeah. So, Alyssa, have you ever been Bigfoot hunting?
Well, Brooke, I have not been Bigfoot hunting because my parents didn't let me wander in the woods alone and they were too afraid to take me.
Well, you see, I was raised by Lori.
And she's wild.
And we call her Wild Lori, and there's definitely a reason for that. So I have been Bigfoot hunting as a teenager. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that kind of experience and, how that all happened. And yeah, so my mom got a call, and this team near us in Bradford, Pennsylvania, got a picture of what they believed to be a little girl spirit while they were Bigfoot hunting in the woods. So they called me and my mom to come and investigate with them, because at the time we were doing a lot of house calls and different things as mediums. We were cleansing houses and all those kinds of stuff. So they asked us to come out and kind of check it out, see if we could use our equipment to communicate with the little girl. So we did end up going out, and I'll tell you what, it was a pretty crazy experience. So at first, I was like, okay, I don't know, this is super close to home. Is really anything gonna happen? I totally believe in Bigfoot, but I didn't know what to expect, right? Because you see this stuff on TV shows, and it's, it's like ghost hunting and, all that. You see the shows, it's different in person.
Yeah.
So you don't know what to expect, right? And so we get there, and, these guys are all in tactical gear and everything. It was pretty intimidating. And I mean, here we are, we're just girls in the woods.
Just
with
two
our
girls.
with our little ghost hunting equipment and stuff. And these guys have baseball bats and, all kinds of stuff.
What are they going to do? Beat Bigfoot with a baseball bat?
So they actually use like wood baseball bats to hit the trees to make like Bigfoot sounds. Like
Bigfoot mating call.
Yeah, the knocking and
Holy
stuff.
guacamole.
Yeah. So that was pretty intense. Like them like hitting trees and everything with these baseball bats trying to call Bigfoot. That was, pretty intense.
I shouldn't be laughing, but I just imagine a bunch of big burly men in the woods with these baseball bats just beating the crap out of trees. And they're like, come here, Bigfoot, come to Papa.
Like, yeah. I guess, yeah, kind of. But what was crazy is when they were doing that, and then we got a reply. So was intense. And it sounded like we were kind of, obviously, Bradford, tons of hills and stuff like that. We were in the middle of the woods. It sounded kind of far away, but you could hear it like echoing off the hills.
That's crazy.
And then as soon as, and this is another thing too, I don't know if you've ever watched the Bigfoot shows.
My mom's obsessed, so I was forced to watch them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Shout out to Mom. Yeah. But, so on a lot of the Bigfoot shows, they talk about how coyotes and stuff are said to follow Bigfoot or something like that. So as soon as we heard the knocking, we heard coyotes starting to howl. So that even freaks you out more because, I mean, who's going to mess with a coyote? Those things are scary as heck.
But the coyote's like the Bigfoot.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, exactly.
And they're all friends in the wilderness, and they're all furry, and they're friends.
They're
and
furry friends. Yeah, they're fuzzy friends. Yeah. So, yeah, that was pretty intense. I mean, we didn't see anything, but I mean, definitely heard some unusual noises. And, you know, someday I want to take the crew out there, and I think that'd be so much fun for us to do. And then, you know, maybe we can do a follow-up episode, and, you know, after we hunt some Bigfoots.
We should. And you know who would gobble that up?
Yeah.
The other Alyssa is in love with Bigfoot, and I think she has a crush on him.
Yeah.
She would be in her tactical gear out there hunting that Bigfoot. So we for sure now we have to go because you said it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been saying it. I want to go. We know some local Bigfoot hunters.
Yeah, we did meet a couple of them.
Exactly. Yeah, so we can, you know, we got the hookups.
And they do have full tactical gear. Now that you say that,
they all do, which I totally get. No, you got to be safe in the woods. I mean, you know, you never know what could come out.
You're not just dabbling with Bigfoot out there. I mean, there's big animals.
No, yeah, exactly.
Especially
and other people too. You know, you never know. You never know.
You never know what you're gonna find out there.
But yeah. So, anyways, that's my little tiny Bigfoot experience. And if you guys have any, you know, experiences of yourselves or have ever been Bigfoot hunting, we'd love to hear your stories. You can always submit them to us and, you know, our TikTok messages or Facebook or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we'd love to hear your stories, and maybe we'll feature them in the next episode that we do about Bigfoot.
Because then we'll have an experience episode when we go Bigfoot hunting.
Exactly. Yep.
And we're gonna find Bigfoot.
Yeah, we're gonna find them.
A couple girls out
we're
there.
Gonna find Bigfoot. We're gonna find a girl Bigfoot.
That was my fun fact. Alyssa has a question. Would the girl Bigfoots look like the boy Bigfoots?
I mean, I would like to think. I don't know. Like, I feel like they would be, because in a lot of like species and stuff, you know, it just depends. You know, the guys, the boys would be bigger, look different, have different characteristics. So I feel like a girl Bigfoot would be a little different.
And like in all the TV shows, they'd like put this masculine thing on Bigfoot. Right. I just want Bigfoot, girl Bigfoot, lady Bigfoot, if I might, have like a pretty pink bow in her hair.
Yeah.
Be all pretty. But Bigfoots don't wear bows that I know of.
She could wear like wildflowers or something.
She'd have a
flowers.
Crown.
Yeah. She could
have a flower crown.
Yeah, she could definitely. You don't know them.
And we don't know what they look like because we've never found Bigfoot.
Right.
And then if boy Bigfoot and girl Bigfoot had a baby, would it be Littlefoot?
True. These are very good questions.
How are they reproducing?
Now, what is your theory? Like, what do you think Bigfoot is?
I think Bigfoot's like an alien.
Okay. I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried with the side eye.
No. I do believe, like, but I feel like that's why no one has ever caught one and everything else, because I feel like they like astro travel or something.
They've got a man. There's no way.
Mean, exactly. Like, how have we, after all these millions of sightings and everything else, how has no one caught one?
Exactly.
Or, nobody's that we know
got a Bigfoot in their basement that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I mean, that we know of, obviously. But
yeah. And then these people like get the prints of their feet, and how are you not catching it if you're seeing their feet in the dirt?
Yeah.
Because if their feet's in the dirt, they done been there.
Yeah, true. I mean,
they're not getting that far. Oh, maybe they are. They got long legs, dude.
Yeah, apparently they can run fast. So.
How fast?
I mean, I don't know.
Nobody's ever caught one, so we
exactly.
Don't know. Oh
like,
my
how
God.
are we
These
gonna
are the
know?
Questions I have.
But people that say that they see them and stuff say that they run fast.
You ever see those videos where they're peeking around the trees?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get me.
I know.
And then nobody gets them.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Alien.
Freaking alien, dude. They go back to the mothership in the cave. Yeah. I'm telling you.
They like astro project around. They're like, oh, I'm at this moment. Yeah, exactly.
Somebody add effects to this. Ready? Just Bigfoots.
Just Bigfoots coming out of portals in different mountains. Oh my God.
That's Bigfoot everywhere.
Yep. That's what I believe.
And I think that it's the same thing. Yeah. It's just Bigfoot is everywhere. And nobody's got one.
Exactly.
I want to pet Bigfoot. I'm sure Jen would love a pet Bigfoot.
Yeah, Jen would. She makes really cool candles. I have one.
I've sniffed them.
And it's, yeah, Bigfoot's hairy butthole.
And it smells so good.
No, it really does.
Maybe she has sniffed Bigfoot's hairy butthole.
Maybe.
And she knows. If that's what his butthole smells like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. If anyone has, I feel like Jen would.
She would.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, we're going to pull up our stories. So these are actually stories that people have submitted to this site. You can submit, if you have a Bigfoot experience, you can submit it to the site. And and I love how you'll really see when we pull it up that it's super detailed, like says exactly where they were, every little thing about the environment, and I really love that. And I'll show you. This is
close.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole, Bigfoot's in the backyard.
Yeah. So we're getting all of this information from the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, right from their website. And like I said, you can go on here and submit your stories. So yeah, I'll let you read this one first. You can read the details and stuff if you want, because it's pretty interesting. Like, they describe everything, which I think is really cool because, well, it also makes you kind of believe them more. Like, because you'll see too, I'm pretty sure when I was looking at all the files and stuff, this person was writing about an experience in 2017, but they didn't submit it until 2019. So, like, for them to remember all this information, it really shows you how much that experience really stuck with them.
Yeah, that's a long time to hold on to a story like that.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I'll let you read it.
We all know I'm good at reading. Mm-hmm. All right. So, like Brookie was saying, this was submitted in 2019. It happened in 2013 during July in New York, Cattaraugus County. And if you want to get detailed, Hamlin Trail in Allegany State Park. Cabin next to cliff. That's very detailed. Mm-hmm. All right. And there was 2 witnesses, the person that submitted the story and somebody else. And it was around 10 p.m. So Mike Supa, I hope I'm saying that right. It says, I contacted the witness by phone on 9/8/19. Oh God, again, military hours. 1700 hours.
Yeah, military time is not our strong suit. We learned that last week. It's
definitely not. Yeah. We're just girls.
Zach had to give us a lesson about military time last week. Did. So I think he said it was like 10 p.m. or something, 2200.
Sure. All right. There is no lapse or uncertainty in collecting his thoughts. He rented a 16 by 16 cabin on the Hamlin Trail with his wife and young son in July of 2013. The cabin is rented by the New York State Parks Recreation and Historic Society at Allegany State Park. He believed the cabin number to possibly be number 4. Detailed. The witness states weather conditions were clear, however, extremely muggy. He was not wearing a shirt due to humidity. At approximately 10:30 p.m., he and his wife heard a loud banging noise on the outside of the cabin. He said he could feel the cabin shake. I inquired if the structure had a permanent foundation. His response was that they stood off ground on the cinder blocks. The interior cabin did have lights. He said the lights helped illuminate the exterior front porch of the dark, unlit grounds. Through non-curtained windows. He immediately grabbed his flashlight and shined it out of the front porch window. He was anticipating a possible black bear. However, he was startled to see a hulking bipedal creature Walking away from the cabin, he observed it to be a minimum of 8 feet tall, 500 to 600 pounds, with very broad shoulders, large chest, and long arms that swayed as it walked. This sighting was estimated to be from a distance of approximately 30 feet away. Also noted was that the bipedal subject had long grayish to light brown hair. He was unable to view any portion of the subject from the waist down due to shrubbery. He did not see the face as it was walking away with its back towards him. His wife was watching it out of the second window and advised him that she saw it walk up a ravine. After walking inside the cabin for 15 minutes, unsure of what to do next, he decided to open the door and step onto the porch. He noticed that his senses were greeted by a foul, wet, dirty mildew, powerful odor that was not present during any portion of their stay prior to his sighting. When asked how he came to the assumption of the subject's size, weight, he stated that he is 5'5" tall, and the porch was 3 feet from the ground. He stated from the waist up he had a clear, unobstructed view of the subject he identified as Sasquatch. When I asked if it was possibly a bear, he stated that he was a hunter and also a butcher by trade. He had no trouble differentiating any animal from the subject he saw. He said the fear came over him for the safety of his family. Feeling uncertain and not knowing if the subject was going to return, he and his wife decided to pack their belongings and abruptly vacate the cabin to head home. He stated the ride out of the park was 25 minutes. The entire time he was checking the rearview mirror, hoping that the subject wasn't following them. When asked why he reported the sighting 5 years after the fact, he stated that he was on social media and was searching info on the park and noticed an unknown person had made a reference about Bigfoot sighting in that park. He decided to contact a member of the Chamber of Commerce and told of his encounter. The chamber member oh my god, I'm so dyslexic. Furnished him
You're okay.
with the BFRO website and urged him to report it after telling him that there were numerous sightings and he wasn't the only person to see the bipedal subject in that area. Allegany State Park is located in Cattaraugus County, western New York State. The park area is 64,800 acres and divided into two sections, Red House area and Quaker Run area. It lies within the Allegheny Highlands Forest Ecoregion.
All right.
So let me just tell you right now, if I saw a big creature that smelled like poopy doopy, that was 600 pounds, running through the woods, I would take a doo-doo in my pants. I think I would actually crap myself.
Are you just pooping your pants every episode?
I would poop so much. Dude, I'm lactose intolerant and I have a problem with dairy. So I think if I'm camping and I'm in my moo-moo and I'm just like, enjoying a Kool-Aid jammer at the end of the night with my gals and I see a poopy smelling Bigfoot run through the forest, I'm going to crap my pants and pass away right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
I can understand that.
I'd be like, oh my god, okay, it's Bigfoot. And then I'd crap myself.
Why would Bigfoot just run up to a random cabin, shake it a little bit, and run away?
I know. He's like, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I mean, I'm not doubting him. They said that he's a butcher and a hunter and all this stuff and everything else. But, it makes me curious. What would make any creature do that?
You think he's just playing like Ding Dong Ditch or something?
Well, I mean, maybe, I guess. But, did he have, food that, they wanted? Or it's just weird, why, what would draw an animal just to, run up, shake it, and,
and then
run
bolt.
up, and then just leave?
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah. And And the fact that he was so descriptive with it, like, I feel like you would have known if that was Bigfoot if you have the perfect description.
Right. Right.
And you're like, I know that's not a black bear.
Yeah.
I know that's not a black bear.
Yeah.
But that thing is 500 to 600 pounds and it's about this tall.
Yeah.
And it's this color and it smells like this. Like, you saw a good chunk of that Bigfoot, my friend.
No, and it had to have been like somewhat of a good of a time too.
Yeah.
Like, it couldn't have happened in a couple seconds or anything. I mean, he sounded like he got a good look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to me. I wonder like what would make a Bigfoot do that. Just like run up, shake the cabin a little bit, and run away.
Right.
Super interesting. And yeah.
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 Very interesting.
Yeah, good job, Alyssa, reading that and stuff. Yeah, so I just wonder what would cause a creature to do that, But we'll see. So we're gonna read this next report.
Ooh.
This one's labeled a Class A sighting. And this one's a little bit older, so December 16th of 2005. This is a daylight sighting by a turkey hunter near Napoli, New York. So I will give you a little tidbit too. I grew up in Napoli.
Yes, you did.
I did. And, it's a very, very tiny little town. It's mostly vacation homes, actually. Like, a lot of people don't live there year round. And our house was way back in the woods. And it was so weird because at night, you had to close the curtains.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole back of the house was facing the woods. And you would always just get this feeling that something was watching you from the woods.
Yeah.
It was just a very unsettling feeling. And I used to play in the woods too, like all the time when I was a little kid and everything. And you did constantly feel like you were being watched.
Well, not to mention, we're like right on the Appalachian area.
Yeah, yeah, we're like at the tippy top.
Yeah, so it's pretty common in this area.
At least,
most people will shut all their blinds at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't pay attention to stuff in the woods at night.
No, yeah, definitely. And this one actually was in the fall, and it was October 15th of 2004. So interesting. So it was about 20 years ago.
Holy crap.
And location details. Oh, okay. Bucktooth Run Road and Sawmill Run Road.
No way. I know right where that is.
Yeah,
okay.
So Bucktooth we should do like a whole episode on Bucktooth.
We should.
Because I can tell you so many people, including myself and my whole family, have had such crazy experiences on that road.
Mm-hmm.
Like random car crashes, things running out in front of you. So we should definitely do an episode about that.
We should.
That would be really cool. But anyways, so this is the nearest town, Napoli, Little Valley, Salmaker. It's kind of all in the center of that. So this was 242 Sawmill Run Road in Bucktooth. So, yeah. And the report says, I saw one in Napoli, New York by Sawmill Run Road. It was October 2000. My dad and I were hunting turkey on state land, and we were walking slow and quietly, stopping and looking around. We were about 20 yards apart, and we're both looking southeast. I turned slowly and didn't see anything, but then I did see movement in front of me. I pulled out my gun, ready to shoot a turkey. It was about 20 yards away, and I didn't shoot. I didn't know what it was. It was on two legs, all brown red hair all over it, and at least 6 feet tall. It took off running like a big guy, but swift. See? So he's saying it was fast too.
Speedy.
Yep. It ran down the hill away from me and was out of my sight. My dad was still looking the other way. I wish he would have saw it too, but he didn't. And it says the other witness was my dad, but he did not see it. Only I did. And other stories, he didn't have any other stories. He said for timing conditions, it was about 11 a.m. Light was good and no leaves on the trees. It was just wet ground, no wind. And then he said the environment was top of a hill, a wooded forest, hundreds of acres of land. Yeah, so on Bucktooth, again, it's like vacation houses. There's not, a ton there.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, and then it says here, so someone from the website did follow up, Paul, and he said, I spoke with the witness by telephone. He was 29 years old at the time of the sighting. The sighting only lasted 5 seconds. As the witness spotted it, it turned and quickly ran away. He described its body as stocky. No clear facial features were observed, but he could he could say that it wasn't a bear or anything that was, muzzling the ground looking for bugs or stuff to eat. And he said that the area is very hilly, huge, dense forest, but does include some farmland.
Maybe that was a little foot.
It may be, or a girl.
Or a girl.
Because they said, it was kind of smaller, only like 6 foot. So, I mean, maybe.
And the fur, hair, fur.
Right.
Its body bush was, the other one was gray and brown. Mm-hmm. And this one was like a reddish brown.
So maybe it's younger.
Maybe it's a younger or a girl. Maybe that's how you tell the girls and boys apart, like birds.
Yeah, different colored fur.
Oh my god.
But you would think, but wouldn't the boys have like the pretty red fur or something to attract a girl?
Yeah, but the size difference with that one is crazy.
Yeah. So it could either be, or it could be like a young Bigfoot, or it could be a girl Bigfoot.
Little foot, girl foot.
Yeah, so it just, he said that he just saw this, Bigfoot while they were turkey hunting. That's huge in that area, definitely. Mm-hmm. But, 20 yards, I mean, that's not too far away from him, but he only saw it for a second.
That's a big size difference from a turkey, though.
Yeah, right.
That had to really spook him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially, like, you're in the middle of, Bucktooth, and you see just this, giant creature. I mean, it's still 6 foot huge. And,
right.
You said it was stocky and everything, so I couldn't. I probably wouldn't hunt after that, honestly.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. But, and then, yeah, so it said that it ran down the hill away from me and was out of sight. So, yeah, I mean, again, with the whole speed thing, like we were talking about earlier, they said that it was very swift and happened really quickly. So it's kind of like maybe, he wasn't meant to see that, and right. the Bigfoot wasn't aware of its surroundings, or something like that. So
I wonder if they're like, when people do like sight they finally see Bigfoot, and the reason they're so fast is they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, right?
Shit, yeah. They're not supposed to know I'm here.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, this is probably like a weird comparison, but they say like spiders. When you see a spider in your house, they study your routine so you don't see them. And then if you do see them, like you did something that was different from your routine, and, you weren't supposed to see them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's kind of something like that.
Maybe they have spidey senses.
Yeah, maybe.
And they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
The humans.
I mean, but when you think about it, like, I mean, all these reports say, like, oh, I got a chill or I got a tingle or stuff. What if the Bigfoot's getting a chill too?
What if you're scaring the Bigfoot?
Exactly.
What if they're like, what if they have a word for us?
Yeah, exactly.
The furless creatures.
Right. The small foot.
The little foots.
Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not seen the movie.
Oh,
but I've heard
good.
Amazing things about it.
It's so good. The kids love it.
They've got to look at us like we're crazy, and that's why they're afraid of us.
Right. No, exactly.
But we wear clothes and they don't. Like, there's a big difference.
Right. But yeah, exactly. When you think of it, like, what if they have some kind of sense that, they get chills up their spine or something when they see us?
It's like when you're even ghost hunting, you get like a chills or a cold breeze, or, they say the temperature drops when there's a spirit nearby. And there's all these different like theories of when one's around, and maybe it's like that. Right.
All right. And then, so we'll move on to the next story.
Yes.
I believe it said, so there was another hunter one on there. So this is interesting too, because this is another daylight sighting.
Ooh.
Which is, you hear a lot of night sightings because obviously a lot of Bigfoot hunters kind of go out at night, I guess. So I like that we have some, daytime sightings too, just from people that were, doing their thing, their normal routine, hunting or camping with their family, and then, all of a sudden they had these experiences.
It just proves that they don't just come out at night.
Right.
Like everyone's like, you have to go ghost hunting at night.
Exactly.
You have to do this at night. Girl, you can do that in the daytime. You don't need to be staying up past 9 p.m.
Right.
Get that sleep in. So this one was submitted by a witness in 2001 in November. Daylight sighting by hunter outside of Salamanca, which we are in Salamanca, so it's really close to home. And it was... All right. About 5 miles north of Allegany State Park, the sighting was on the Allegany Reservation in Salamanca by Interstate 86.
That's literally where we are.
Yeah, I was going to say we're like Bigfoot's next door.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's living in the garage.
Yeah, probably. I mean, honestly.
That's a nice spot for him. It's roomy.
Yeah.
I live in Salamanca, New York. I was hunting down Old 17 Road and saw a tall, dark, hairy creature walking on 2 legs across the railroad tracks. The area surrounding him had smelt very bad, like a skunk smell. Before I saw the Bigfoot, I heard a loud crashing noise, and that was my encounter with Bigfoot. I like how they ended it, and that was it. Also noted, other people before had recently seen a tall, dark, hairy-like creature, and they also heard strange noises in the woods that were very loud. There were 3 of us, and we were all hunting for small game. We were standing together talking when the incident occurred. I heard other stories about sightings a few years back, mainly during the fall and spring season. Sometimes during winter and summer they were sighted. It was right before the sun was setting, and it was very cold, about 30 to 40 degrees. The area was kind of isolated, lots of hills in the Allegany River nearby. So, like, they just weren't even out there searching for anything. And they were like, oh, surprise.
Well, he did say that they were hunting.
Yeah.
Again, it was another hunter.
But they're all just gathered around chit-chatting.
Yeah, but did you notice they mentioned the smell again?
Yes.
So, I think Jen is wrong, and Bigfoot does not smell like Fruit Loops.
I think his butthole smells like dirty caca.
Yeah,
Fruit Loops.
I don't think he smells like Fruit Loops, Jen.
Maybe Jen's Bigfoot does. Maybe she showers her Bigfoot.
Maybe.
And his butthole smells like Fruit Loops.
Maybe. Yeah.
Theories.
But yeah, it's they both report that smell. Mm-hmm. Which you wouldn't even think about. Like, what if... have you ever been in a car and you drive by and there's no skunk in the road, but you can smell the skunk?
But you smell skunk so potent.
So I wonder, are we actually just smelling Bigfoots? If there's not a skunk right there in the road?
We're smelling Bigfoots,
guys. Are we smelling a Bigfoot that just ran by?
You would never know if it's dark and you're driving down Sawmill Road. That place is scary dark. You would never know until your car lights got close enough.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah. So he said that he saw it on a railroad track, is what he said.
Oh, let me go back. Hold on. He said they were hunting for small game. It was isolated. The Allegany River was nearby.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Walking on 2 legs across the railroad tracks.
Okay.
So it must be right over by... oh my God. I can picture where it is.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, I see right where it is. That road
also is too, like, during the night and stuff gets super dark. And
it does.
But again, it is kind of strange, though, because all of these areas, are very foresty, mounty and stuff too, but there still is people there.
Oh, for sure.
So they had to have come close to people for something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they know they have to know what they're doing. I mean, they
Right.
know obviously that people are somewhat close. So,
oh, for sure.
I mean, are sightings just like when they risk getting close to people for some kind of reason? Like,
well, and you got to think like maybe Bigfoot was thirsty.
yeah, I
and
mean,
just needed a sip out of the river.
True.
Not the best spot to drink from, Bigfoot.
Yeah, because I mean, there's people live on that road and the train and all that stuff. So
and that is just a very caca river.
So I wonder just what kind of pulls them towards people sometimes. Do they need something that's by people, or
maybe they found like a shiny trinket.
I mean,
maybe they have a shiny radar.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. What kind of? You're saying like Ariel? Like they just collect shiny trinkets?
If I was a lady Bigfoot, I would be copping all of the trinkets I find.
So just the trinkets you find in the woods?
Oh, I mean,
yeah. I guess
I would have a collection.
I guess
the
I can understand
state park,
that.
Those campers leave so much behind.
But this is the thing too, is we're studying them, but what if they're studying us at the same time? Yeah. They could be. I'm just saying.
Like Ariel with the fork. Oh.
Yeah.
Ariel with the fork.
Yeah, exactly. They're just
Except
finding all their thingamabobs.
Is the thingamabob and trying to like.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. All right. So we're heading into our last story. And oh wow. Okay. This one's a long one, but that's okay. We'll power through it.
We both got a long one and we both got a short one.
Yeah. All right. So this one is a class B, which I'm wondering what the difference is, because I know like with EVPs you have a class A, a class, So I wonder if it's similar. It probably is similar.
It's gotta be. Like this is really good and this is like almost really good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is about knocking, like I was talking about. And this is in the area of Napoli, in Little Valley in Salmaker.
Again.
So we'll see. Sawmill Run Road. That's where the Bigfoots are. I'm telling you, that road has always been so freaking creepy. I remember when I used to have to drive that way, because obviously we would go to Salmaker or whatever, and I would drive faster down that road just to get out of there, because you don't have cell service the entire time you're on that road. No. So it even adds just more creepiness, because what if you crash or see something or whatever happens? You have no cell service. I mean, really, the radio like barely even reaches out there. I was gonna say, it's just dead silent.
My mom, her best friend, had a daughter my age, so we would go out to her grandma's house in Sawmill, and there's nothing. You could hear a pin drop out there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like middle of nowhere.
All right, so this one's exciting. We'll see what this one says. So this is older again, year 2000, but this one's in the summertime, in September. So New York State, Cattaraugus County. They didn't share too much details because it was at their home. Which that having a sighting right at your own home, like, what do you do after that? Do you like pack up and leave? Because I would think about it. I mean, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's like paranormal stuff, though, in the same sense.
I don't want paranormal stuff in my house. That happens
at my house.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, obviously, like, we have Wildwood and stuff, but we never investigate our own home or anything like that. There's a time and a place for it. I don't want it in my house. It should be
separated.
Yeah, I don't want it in my house.
Some of us are not that lucky.
Well, yeah. No, I totally get it. But yeah, I try to avoid it in my house. So,
same.
Having a Bigfoot or experience like that at my house, I don't know. I'd be scared to go outside.
Bigfoot at my house, I would be more freaked out about than like the ghosts in my house.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, exactly. Like ghosts, okay, we can deal with that. We can tell them to just, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. But you can't tell Bigfoot that.
No, I don't think Bigfoot speaks English.
Yeah, you can't tell Bigfoot, like, hey man, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing.
Exactly.
You can't do that. All right, anyways, so we'll start with the story. So, what they experienced. First, let me state I'm a college educated person with 2 degrees, one in psychology and one in fine art. Like many persons who have had this type of unexplained experience, it has made a mark on my psyche, and that has been permanently etched despite the ridicule that has happened. The ridicule poured on me by persons who, in fact, are not there.
They're using
that
very
were
big
not
words.
there. Sorry, I also have dyslexia, so don't mind me. Scientifically, one may not deny or affirm the existence of a thing about which we have little information. I can get that. For instance, in the 1600s, if one were to speak of electricity and television, they would be deemed mad and a witch. Now you read this by just such means as were previously that nonsense. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're basically saying, times change. We learn new information all the time. We know it is fact now. Someday, I believe this rare ape will present us with, they're using such big words, which I normally am totally fine with, but it's late at night, guys. It's, yeah. So, proof. They're saying, someday we will get proof of not poop. Wow.
We might get poop.
Yeah, I mean,
we might poop our pants with Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean, anyways. So they're saying basically someday we'll get evidence, which I agree with that too. Mm-hmm. I feel like even with ghosts, Bigfoot, cryptids, anything, I feel like at some point it was either real and it isn't anymore, or we're just learning more and more information, and someday, we'll have proof of Bigfoot, and proof of other cryptids and everything else. All right, here's why you're reading this. So this is the real nitty gritty that we're starting. In winter of 2001, while surfing the internet of images of Western art paintings, this website popped up with Western New York Bigfoot sightings. I had to laugh. You gotta be kidding me. Then, to make it even better, there are these listen to Bigfoot wave sound files to download. So curiosity made me do it. I'm laughing my butt off here, so I hit play. So we're going to have to do this.
First mistake is you made fun of Bigfoot. Second mistake is you listened to his mating call and saw him.
Okay, but this is the thing that all of us have learned in the paranormal and everything else. You never say that. You never make fun of something you don't supernatural. Because they're going to prove your ass wrong.
Oh, they are going to shove it in your freaking face, brother.
No, they are. I've witnessed that firsthand on so many different investigations.
Oh, for sure.
I see where this is already going.
Oh, yeah.
And we're totally going to have to play the Bigfoot sounds, by the way.
I will play it right now.
No, we should, and we can see how the spirits react. If we hear any noises or anything.
That would be so cool.
No, we're going to definitely do that after this story. So thank you for the idea. So suddenly I shut up. I'm in shock. My hands began to shake and the adrenaline glands almost blew off my head. The sound of the howl is exactly what I encountered one evening the previous September of 2007. So now I play the other scream file. All right, now I'm disturbed. That too, I heard 100 yards from my home the same summer, about 5-6 times on different occasions. So that's pretty crazy. This poor guy did not even know he had a Bigfoot experience until he got on this website and played these recordings.
How, mind-boggling.
Right.
You're just this those damn coyotes again.
Right.
And then you're like,
that wasn't a coyote.
That was not a coyote.
Yeah, I mean, this poor guy, right? I have never had any thoughts about Sasquatch before. This gave me a pause. I suddenly gave me a flashback of living near Tonawanda Creek in upstate New York, seeing a large 12 to 15-inch barefoot footprint in the snow along the creek river bank just upstream from North Pembroke Hotel.
That's very descriptive. They remember that to the T.
Yeah, right. Barefoot in the snow? What kind of jerk does that? There were, I believe, 4 of us kids there. I was about 11 or 12 at the time. We often played in the woods. However, that day we had an uneasy feeling and cut our trip very short and immediately went home. I thought maybe it was a bear track, like a hind foot. I knew it was human too, though. No one mentioned Bigfoot. It was not something we ever talked about. Now that memory is freaky. And there's more. I now live in the woods and I'm very comfortable here near the Allegany State Park. There are literally thousands of acres of forest surrounding my home. I'm comfortable with chasing a 350-pound black bear out of my yard. No problem. I got this, right? Sitting in the woods, having coyotes walk by, hearing screeching owls, he's saying, no problem. I got this.
Nothing.
This sound was like anything I've ever heard before, though. Sometimes at the approach of archery season, I need to convince disrespectful persons that no trespassing actually, what that actually means to them. So this night I thought to encounter a coon hunter whose dog was howling and moving towards my position through the valley. The sound just wasn't that right, though, for a dog. What else could it be? Now, at the time this howling started, it was probably a mile off or more, and it was about dusk to dark. I have the pleasure of having a wolf dog that is not too much pooch, you might say. Great animal, very mellow, even when it walks at night and the coyotes start yapping less than 100 yards away. He just looks and says punks and moves on. So he's got this big scary dog, nothing phases him is what he says.
Big tough boy.
But he says on this night, he was like a stone, focused on the directions of the long howls. I get the creeps remembering it. Never before or since have I seen him in that state, even in the presence of black bears. His ears were fixed, and I had to drag him under protest back into my cabin. I was afraid that he might attack an expensive coon dog when I confronted the hunter, in quotation marks. So now the wolf is in the house, and I leash up my German Shepherd, grab a spotlight and a very serious Russian weapon. I take off in the direction of this howl, which I can tell is coming towards me, and know there is a field which leads up to the woods near where we should meet. I get about 80 yards in that direction and notice that the howling is now going to pass above me in the woods, so I redirect my course for a more appropriate intersection point. So his big scary dog is all, and they say dogs can sense stuff like this.
Oh, they definitely can.
Yeah, right. We've had tons of dogs here that come with investigators that can sense spirits and stuff, so I don't doubt it.
Alyssa brought her dog in the basement here the one day, and she was freaked right out. And I've never seen her dog freaked out. Her dog, she's free will, man.
Right.
But not in that basement.
Right.
She was not having it.
All right, so normally my shepherd is also pretty bloodthirsty, which I do not encourage. It's just her nature. Tonight she's cowering between my legs, trying to pull me back to home. You should have listened to the dog.
Should have listened.
I'm thinking, wimp dog, and she's really making me angry. I'm looking for the coon hunter's telltale spotlight in the tree. Tops of the trees, nothing. Meanwhile, I've entered into the thick part of the woods, cresting the embankment of about 35 feet above the road. Oh boy, that ain't no dog. That's what the weapons up, laser on sight. This is bad. When you have an attack dog, a nasty weapon with so many bullets and a spotlight, which started to go out, thank you very much, and you're scared. You just make sure the safety is off and focus on that little red dot. The thing was traveling at such a speed through the woods, it didn't seem real. I thought the dog had to be running when. Okay. I thought the dog had to be running, but when I heard it from around 120 yards away from me, nobody can convince me that it was a dog, a wolf, or a coyote. So, again with the speed thing, I mean, and he says, like, even right in here that it was traveling so fast it didn't even seem real. So again with the whole thing, like astral traveling, like, it can, bam bam bam, like zoop, be zoop, fast, zoop.
Bigfoot.
Right. I don't scare easily. That was terror. I still never thought Bigfoot. In fact, I researched all the wolf sounds I could find, and none of them matched what I heard the night before. I thought this is why my critter was so interested. I just talked it up to, it was probably maybe a wolf. A neighbor who is 85% deaf and a true hermit woodsman, 83 years old, asked me if I heard that howling the other night. So this neighbor of his, completely deaf pretty much, heard this howling.
And that's he confirms it for this guy, yeah.
Right. So then he said, this guy could almost sleep through an atomic bomb. Another fellow who was a Korean war vet who saw too much action also told me about the strange howling he heard 2 separate nights. He stated that he intentionally stayed up one night to see if he could figure out what it was. He said that he could never figure out what the noise or the creature is that made it. Understanding this guy has camped out in a tent and a camper in these woods for over 15 years. Frankly, he's seen or heard most of everything that's out here. Yet another neighbor asked me about the noise. Her first comment was, it seemed a lot louder than it should have. Now know that she owns a kennel, and this is an accomplished singer-musician. Let's just say she understands acoustics. Incidentally, there is a great deer trail just about where I live that this noisy beast to be traversed in the valley. Okay, so there's a deer trail right where he heard this, yelling and stuff. And the sighting also noticed a rhythmic hammering as if on a tree in the woods. Sounded like one building a tree stand, but not the case after investigation. Numerous incidents recently, it says June 29th, 2002. About 5 thuds in another location, 3 thuds, not a woodpecker or human in that area. Came back armed, and I had a very creepy feeling in that area. A white-tailed deer sneezed and wheezed for a constant 15-20 minutes. As I returned about 15 minutes after the thuds, I was camoed at this point, downwind, totally dark out, and about 175 yards from the deer. Basically, it wasn't me the deer were alarmed about. And other witnesses, about 6 others that were noted in the report. It was about 9 p.m. when he had his first sighting. Yeah, there's streams, hills, and in the forest. So that one, it just kind of, the supernatural proved him wrong,
Yeah.
You doubted me, and here I am.
It happens all the time to people that doubt it.
It's so insane that this poor man, he didn't even realize that he was seeing and hearing Bigfoots, and all this time he thought it was some, wolf creature or a dog or something. So he, and then it just took him that one link that he randomly clicked on one day to connect the dots. So now we're going to play some alleged Bigfoot noises. And we're going to see, maybe we'll have an experience like this guy, and, we heard a Bigfoot before and didn't realize it, right? Okay, so we are playing these Sasquatch noises that are listed on the site. And this is called the Ohio Howl. And this is from 1994. the first moaning howl that they're crediting Bigfoot. They're saying came from Bigfoot.
Heck yeah.
And we'll play this recording.
It literally sounds like a tornado siren.
No, I was literally gonna say that. That's so freaky. Sirens like that freak me out. But
it sounds like
that. Imagine hearing that in the woods, though, just like in the middle of the woods.
I'm gonna say. I said it once. I'll say it again. I would crap my pants.
I would. I mean, I'd be really freaked out.
I'd be scared.
Okay, so this is supposed to be the amplified and filtered version. So that there's no wind or barking or anything. So we'll listen to this.
Can you try to recreate that, Brookie?
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna do our best Bigfoot calls. Yeah. Oh my god.
You think Bigfoot's gonna come knocking on the door?
And they better not. Oh my gosh. And of course, like all the windows here are dark and everything.
We have one little light on it.
Yeah, right. Like one little tripod
Our
set
little
up.
Tripod.
You have to drive me home, Alyssa. All right. Okay. 2023. Let's play this
That's
one.
recent. Maybe he doesn't sound like a tornado siren anymore.
Okay, so this one says that it's from May 14th, 2023. And it says it's a monster vocal. Okay, so let's play this one.
That one's like the girl Bigfoot.
Yeah,
it's more high-pitched.
So that one is under juveniles, so young Bigfoots. Littlefoots, yeah. I don't know, like that one kind of sounded like coyotes to me and stuff. Though. Like kind of like fighting and stuff. Do you hear
I've heard that.
I don't know.
Like coyotes.
But apparently it was recorded by the Grand Canyon. So I don't know. You know.
Bigfoot's out sightseeing, y'all.
Right. I mean,
Bigfoot's on vacation.
Right.
You think Bigfoot goes to like California?
Oh yeah, I mean there's so many sightings. I mean this website's a super cool resource to everyone. Like if you have a Bigfoot sighting or something like that, definitely submit it to this site. And we can link it to in the video. So Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. And yeah. And then of course you have the 1970s like documentary and all that of like the original, OG photo that they said they got proof of Bigfoot.
Technology has come such a far way.
Right. But if you look at the picture, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that photo.
People also debate the man on the moon.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Anything could be real or fake, and that's why people investigate it. Yeah. Because you wouldn't have people doing what we do.
No, yeah, definitely. And never stop investigating. I mean, like, being curious and stuff is a great way to be in life. You should always be keeping an eye out for the supernatural.
And you should always want more answers. You should never just settle.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Thank you guys so much for watching our episode about Bigfoot this week. And thank you for watching listening to our first podcast last week. That was so exciting. If you guys have any fun stories or questions and comments about Bigfoot, drop them in the comments so we can read your little tidbits too. And we'll see you later. Brookie, if you had an extra $25 a month, wouldn't you want to support an awesome podcast?
Oh, yeah, I would. Especially a spooky podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So only for $25, you can sponsor our podcast. You'll be featured on our social media. We'll shout you out a few times during the podcast. And yeah, we can't wait to work with you guys and, support small businesses.